Good morning. In your conference today, you are going to treat such an important point as the mountain environment and its protection. Could you give us some details about what is going to be your conference today in advance?
Mountains are part of our environment, and mountains are of value to the planet. They are part of the planet. The environment is important for all of us. If we can protect it and maintain it as a living environment. And that is where the role of the mountaineers are coming in. Mountaineers enjoy the mountains when the mountains are still part of a living environment with a living fauna, a living flora, and many of the beautiful things that you can see in the mountains.
What specific actions are being taken to get these goals, to reach these goals?
Well, we know that many of the national federations for mountaineering and for mountain walking and mountain sports, that they are becoming more and more aware that they have to take actions to make sure that we protect and we preserve the environment. So, for example, the way trails are being built, the way the mountain huts are becoming more self-sufficient in terms of energy, the way we do research about the equipment that we are using, whether it is safe, whether it is also environmentally friendly. So it is good to see that there is an increased awareness of all this.
Apart from that, are your programs or strategies including any kind of formation and training related to the youth?
I think already several years ago in the UEAA they drew up a charter of ethical behavior in the mountains, and that is still very relevant today. There are many other initiatives. I happen to be a member of a commission which is called the Mountain Protection Commission. And we, thanks to some good sponsors, we are able to give an award every year which is called the Mountain Protection Award. And that is given to people like you who take the initiative of developing, for example, ecotourism, so that the local people living in a mountain environment, that they can bring people to the mountains, and at the same time they create activity or employment in the local community. So it brings it all together, the nature, the mountains, the people that practice mountain sports, and the local population. It is like what I heard this morning, the lady from the European Rambling Organization saying, the trails are only important if the locals find them important. And it's the same for mountaineering activities. When the local population in the villages, when they feel that mountaineers are bringing activity but also respect for the mountain, then it is a success.
Would it be compatible with the fact that climbers do need to use tools that will end up piercing the rock?
Well, you can have abuse. You can abuse a river, you can abuse a mountain, you can abuse a meadow, and so a excessive use of tools when it is not necessary, that is one of those forms of abuses. But I can tell you that in most of the federations, they are encouraging their members not only to use technical equipment, for example for rock climbing, but also to climb a rock in a natural way. And even in my own mountain club, which is a little club in Belgium in the northeast in the province of Limburg, we have a special outing this year whereby if we are using ropes, if we are using climbing equipment, it will not be in a mechanical way fixed to the mountains. We do everything the way they did it 150 years ago, but in a safe way, but with natural means.
Old school then.
Yes.
It's always more protected.
Old school climbing.
To sum up, how do you see the future of all these measures that you are taking? Are you optimistic?
We cannot afford to be pessimistic. We must be optimistic as far as our planet and our activity is concerned. So I am optimistic. But there will be challenges. And the main challenge is that the human population increases. You know, when Christ was born, there were 1 billion people, 1,000 million people on the earth. In 2050, we will be 10.8 billion. And these people are looking for places to stay, to live. They need transport, and they will more and more also move into the mountain areas. That, together with the urbanization of the population, is probably one of the 3 or 4 big challenges. The other challenges I will talk about this afternoon in my presentation.
Thank you very much. There will be.
Okay.